Today's subject is all about adding tools to the toolbox. And we're going to talk about the topspin lob today. Great shot to have in the toolbox when you have an opponent that is pressing the issue, coming to the net all the time. So how do we hit it? Well, some of the keys to a good topspin lob. Number one is disguise. So your take back is going to look like it's just an ordinary shot, or like you're trying to pass your opponent, all right? So your take back looks the same, but then at the last second, you're going to let the racket dip. You're going to let the racket drop. And this shot is more about hands and wrist. Hands and wrist. So, you know, let's say you're hitting a normal forehand, okay? So you come up to that contact zone, your swing is low to high, all right? Let's say you're just hitting a normal topspin forehand, okay? Racket is low, coming up, there's your hit. Let's say this is the contact point right there. Now, if it was a normal drive, you're going to drive through the shot, and then once you're through the shot, then the wrist and the forearm are going to relax and you're going to finish here. Now, on the topspin lob, it's a little different here because you're going to use the hands more and the wrists more. So when you get to the contact point, you're going to be flicking up, okay? Your wrist is going to be loose so you can flick up and get extra spin. And because you've dipped the racket now, you're aiming higher. Good 15, 20, 25 feet over the net. Especially if you're playing a tall player, you're going to need that. So, you know, you're letting the racket dip, and then you're flicking as you hit. You're coming up more. You're increasing the angle, too, of your swing. You're not only using the wrists. So a normal forehand, low to high, and then you finish. But a topspin lob, you're going to increase that swing. Let's say a normal low to high swing is on this type of an angle. You're going to increase it to more like this for the topspin lob. You want more spin because you're aiming a lot higher now. So you're going to increase that angle as you come up. So you're using the wrist and you're increasing the angle. So let me demo that for you and I'll give you a good look at it. Okay, this first one here, I'm driving the ball. Okay, the second one, I'm setting up the same, but I'm just dipping that racket. Okay, you're going to see here, I'm setting up the same way as if I'm driving the ball. But watch now as the tape rolls, you'll see how I'm going to do a dramatic dip right here. See how the racket drops down real low here. Now I've enabled myself to increase that angle on the forward swing by dropping the racket down like that. Here again, and you can see the arm and the wrist are in a position where I can, as I come up to meet the ball, I can flick up with the wrist. Okay, here from the side, you can see it a little better. This is a drive where I'm coming kind of, it's a low to high swing, but it's gradual where I'm driving the ball. Okay, again here in this sequence in slow motion, you'll see you set up like you're going to drive the ball, and then you're going to see the drop of the racket and the increase in the angle right here. Boom. Dramatically increase the angle there. And remember too, you want to make sure that you're aiming at least 15, 20, sometimes 25 feet over the net. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Adding tools to the toolbox is huge. The more shots you have in your repertoire, the better the player you will become, okay? So add these new shots and you're going to see a huge difference. Please check out my website in the description box below. There's a lot of courses on the website that I'm sure can help you take your game up a notch. All the best. Take care.